Hi people, and welcome back to my channel. This is 1 year vegan. In a few weeks, I'm going to completely switch my diet from omnivore to vegan. As I was saying in the previous introductory video, this channel is going to focus mainly on health and nutrition related to the vegan diet, but also to diet in general. However, there is also another very important subject that I'm going to touch. If you want to know what I'm speaking about, stick with me. Few years ago, when I was living in Romania, after the day of my 30th birthday, I noticed that I was getting a few kilos. During this period, I was not hitting the gym, and what I was eating was not a concern. Therefore, I decided to come back to the gym regularly, but I also understood that I needed to take care about my diet. From that moment onward, I started to discover a lot of things related to nutrition. For example, I didn't know the meaning of the numbers on the eggs, and I discovered that numbers in Europe, at least, were related to the farming production method. This allows consumers to distinguish between organic, which is number 0, free range, number 1, barn, number 2, and cage, number 3. Even if sometimes when I go to the fresh market, there are no numbers on the eggs, and in this case, I know that the eggs are coming from local little farmers. Anyway, little by little, this important part of our life, which is nutrition, became one of my passions. Even if I didn't make any official study about the subject, with time I became more aware of what I was eating. This way, I started to do choices related to food in a more conscious way. When I read and see official records, and same happens when I go to supermarket, I noticed that there are several people that are the same as I was few years ago. They are not making conscious choices. As a consequence, this can have a negative impact on our health in the long run. Plus, even if during last years, in general, quality of food that you can find improved, in supermarkets there is still a high percentage of junk food with too much sugar, salt, saturated fat, processed food, unhealthy food. Thanks to this channel, I want to share with you the knowledge that I acquired during these last years, so I can help you to make conscious choices as well. This doesn't mean that you must eat vegan or omnivore in order to be healthy, but that by being aware of what you are eating, you can choose consciously what's the best for you. However, as I was saying before, I think there is another very important subject connected with vegans, vegan nutrition, and vegan life in general that I would like to explore, because I think that this is very interesting and people are not speaking about this very often. What I'm speaking about is social life and social acceptance. In Europe, there are something around 740 million of people. According to the last statistics, 6.5 million are vegans. Therefore, vegans can be considered a fully fledged minority. As it usually happens with minorities, sometimes vegans are not accepted, their point of view is delegitimized, and their beliefs are ridiculed. Personally, I have always done my best to respect different points of view, even if I notice that people in general are scared of what is different, because it might undermine what they believe in. When it comes to vegan, at the beginning I was always saying that I respect and admire what they are doing, because it's a very difficult choice to make, and I couldn't do it ever in my life. After that, with less hypocrisy, I was saying that I could do it, but I didn't want to do it. And here I am, ready to start this new chapter and adventure. I think that all of you know that in Italy we have a very deep-rooted culture of food. Pizza, carbonara, cacio e pepe, prosciutto, salame, eggplant parmesan, lasagna, focaccia, pesto genovese, tiramisù, arancini. I could go on with this list for hours, because food in Italy is part of our culture and we have several dishes that are typical of every region. I was born in the south of Italy, in a little town 40 kilometers away from Naples. As you might imagine, also there Traditions are very important, not only related with food. For example, even if I live abroad from a long time, I never skip the Christmas with my family. In Italy we say Natale con i tuoi e Pasqua con chi vuoi, which means Christmas with family and Easter with whoever you want. But why I'm saying this? Because in Italy, traditions are very important and we are very proud of them. That is why for Italians, food is that important, because it relates to who we are. If you check the list of dishes that I listed before, you might notice that between them, only one dish is vegan. Are you able to recognize which one? Before moving on, I give you 5 seconds to check the list once again. Leave a comment below and write which dish you think is vegan. I'm going to give you the solution towards the end of this video. So guys, to check this, we are going to do a social experiment. As you can see at the bottom right of the video, 25 days are missing before the start of this challenge. On the 1st of January, I'm going to switch to a vegan diet. Funny thing is that I'm going to start my vegan year on the 1st of January 2025. I'm laughing because I imagine your face now as you don't understand what is going on. So let's try to clarify. Even if you are seeing this video only now, it was recorded in 2024. In a few days, as I do every year, I'm coming back to Italy for Christmas. Before the beginning of this challenge, during festivities, I'm going to inform my friends and family about this decision of becoming vegan. However, they won't know that I'm also going to open a YouTube channel. This way, we can check their genuine reaction to the news and see what are their thoughts and what is their point of view on my decision. Of course, at the end of my vegan year, I'm also going to inform them that I'm going to open a YouTube channel. Therefore, there will be 2 reaction videos. First one is about their reaction to my decision of becoming vegan, while the second one at the end of the vegan year, where they will be informed about the social experiment, and this way I will also ask them to share with me some thoughts that maybe they didn't want to share when I informed them about my decision. My friends and family know that for me, food and nutrition is so important. They also know that I love to eat a lot of dishes that include meat, fish, dairy products, eggs, well, in general, animal derivatives. On the other side, they also know that for me, healthy nutrition is very important. So, to make it more believable, I'm going to say them that I made this choice because I'm eating too much meat and dairy products, which is true, by the way. Another important thing for me is to be honest and transparent. The only people that already know about the whole plan are one of my best friends that is living in Peru, because he was a video maker, so I asked him to help me with the choice of the equipment to record videos. Even if for now I just told him that I want to open a YouTube channel related with nutrition. Other 2 people that know about this are my mother and my brother, because when I am in Italy, I'm living at my mother's, so it would be very difficult to hide the whole thing from them. Same things happens here in Poland, in Krakow, where I'm living, because I'm living with my girlfriend.
No, girlfriend, fiancé.
And future wife. Actually, by the time this video is going to be live on YouTube, we will be already married. So guys, as I said before, for me it's very important to be honest and transparent. For this reason, I want to let you know in advance that there is going to be one day during next year in which I'm not going to eat vegan. You can imagine which one is going to be. This is the day of my wedding, mainly because during the day of my wedding there are going to be particular dishes that I would like to try. I'm also planning a couple of intentional cheat days during the first half of next year, just as an experiment, to see how I feel after eating only vegan for a long time. However, on the second part of 2025, I'm going to eat vegan with no cheat days because at the end of the year, I'm going to do the same analysis that I will do in a few days now that I'm omnivore. This way the results will be more accurate and reliable. I can't wait to see the surprised faces of my family and friends and hear their reaction to my decision of becoming vegan. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to upload the first reaction video. Thank you so much if you arrived to the end of this video. See you soon in the next video! What? Oh, yeah, you're right. I promised you to give the solution regarding the Italian dish I listed previously. Even if pizza marinara is vegan, because it's without mozzarella, with pizza before I meant margherita, which contains mozzarella. So, the correct solution is focaccia. Because to prepare focaccia you only need flour, water, extra virgin olive oil, salt and yeast.